Imagine a world completely erased by executive order. A world forever hidden from the public. So close, yet so isolated. The world of Sapinero and Iola. Before the flooding of the Blue Mesa. Welcome. On today's episode of Colorado Cosmos, you and I shall delve into the histories and fates of the various settlements that existed along the railroad, scattered throughout these wondrous valleys before the flooding of the Blue Mesa Reservoir. On this expedition, I shall endeavor to find the ruins of one of the settlements that existed along the Gunnison River at the time, this settlement being Iola, and it is one of the few settlements for which it is possible for us to see the ruins of. Thanks to the dryness gifted to us by the seasonal weather, we're given a glimpse into the hidden past of these valleys, for so long imprisoned underneath the watermark. Kezar was the next town along the track, built in 1881. By 1886, it was better established with a schoolhouse and a saloon. But 10 years later, it was disassembled and moved by a local rancher, A.K. Stevens, back towards Iola. And in August of 1965, the town was destroyed and burned in preparation for the flooding of the Blue Mesa Reservoir. Right now, we're on top of the original Highway 50. By the time the dam was built and the reservoir flooded, it became obvious that an update was needed. So naturally, they abandoned the original and built on top, utilizing more time-efficient curves and modern technology. As you can see in this shot, the original Highway 50 has been all but engulfed by a massive modern replacement. It wasn't long before we found the first of our ruins. As we can see here, these were clearly used in some form of irrigation before the flooding. Now, they only serve as points of danger for boats during years of low water, and points of intrigue for onlookers during years of drought. continued along the terrain until we found the second of our ruins.
What we have behind us is the ruins of what was once a building within the town of Iola, now just a crumbling remnant of what once was.
But a great deal of what is great about this area is not what was created by man, but rather what was left over by nature. The Dillon Pinnacles, a wonder created by debris and mud flow from a volcanic range, or rather set of ranges, with contributions spanning the course of millions of years, with a vast majority of its formation being made up of a mud flow from the West Elk volcanic range dating back to 30 million years ago. It is capped off by a series of pyroclastic surges coming from the San Juans at around 28 million years ago. This is called the San Juan Tuft, and they were finally sculpted by river flow ever since, with the San Juan Tuft acting as a capstone. The erosion was able to eat around the pillars of breccia, which over the course of millions of years was able to create the wonder that we can enjoy today. And that concludes our first expedition. On our next installment, we will travel farther down the tracks and investigate the history and the fate of the historic town of Sapinero. Thank you for watching.